I don't know if I can follow that.
All right, we'll do the best that you can do. Hollywood is here. What's up, man?
Sir?
Good to see you.
Oh, you know,
Look at
it's
you.
a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here.
So what's going on, man? Mr. Sports Illustrated, what are you looking for today? What you got your eye on?
Oh man, a lot of underclassmen here. So looking to see what kind of talent is coming up in the next couple classes. A lot of guys from around the area, Florida, Georgia.
Okay.
So just trying to see. There's a lot of guys that maybe necessarily their names aren't super out there yet.
Sure.
So want to see who kind of stands out.
Sure.
Just see what's going on.
Good. You expecting any big things to happen tonight? Obviously, there's always a lot of smoke, and last time you told me when there's smoke, there's fire. What did
I use that phrase?
You did. I've been using it since you came on and said it. I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, Friday Night Lights is not as big as it used to be.
Sure.
I think they're kind of. I think the entire like camp circuit process is kind of changing.
Okay.
A lot of these kids, especially like, because you know Friday Night Lights about 10 years ago was huge.
Sure.
Kind of like an invite-only thing.
A little more exclusive.
little more exclusive.
Okay.
And then you had like more of like your current year players, current year prospects coming out and competing. A lot of the kids aren't doing that really that much anymore. You've got your senior years coming up. You don't want to get hurt before going into the fall of your senior year, which rightfully so, man. You don't want to risk losing your senior year.
It's kind of like you're going to your combine. You're not going to waste it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Friday Night Lights this year is, like I said, a little more geared towards the underclassmen, which I kind of like because it separates. A lot of these 2024 kids, you already kind of know what you're getting. They've been evaluated for 3 years.
Sure.
So a lot of times it was intermingled. You'd have your 24s, 25s, 26s at the past, or your next 3 year guys.
Sure.
And maybe your younger guys would kind of get lost in the shuffle of that. So this kind of focuses on those guys that are going to be coming up over the next year or two. Really gives you the opportunity to evaluate a little bit more in depth as a coaching staff. And then as guys that get to kind of come in, watch, fans, writers, analysts, all that good stuff, we get to get a little bit more of an in-depth evaluation of what's to come in the future.
Sure.
It gives us a little bit more of a focused area. So I kind of like that.
So it's still important. Obviously, again, it's more towards the future building than as in the past it was for right now. So you're not, again, kind of we're not expecting a big splash because it's not a focus.
Yeah, no.
There's guys going to be here though. Miles Graham said he's going to be recruiting.
So yeah, Miles Graham's here. Their recent two of their recent commits, Makai Barreau.
Okay,
is here.
Thank you for saying his name.
I think that's how you say it. I haven't asked him yet. I'm going to ask him when I see him.
I would have butchered it worse. So
yeah, I'm going to ask him when I see him. So I don't know if that's correct. Nasir Johnson's here.
Okay.
And then of course you've got guys that are coming back. So you got Javon Dexter's here.
Yeah, he's over there right now.
Kyer Elam's going to be here.
Cameron Jackson's here right now.
Cameron Jackson's here. Caleb Banks, a current player's here. Cyrus Torrance is going to be here tonight.
Yes, I did see that as well.
So
too.
Anthony's going to be here. So you've got all those guys coming back, give you the fanfare of bringing former players back.
Sure.
Which is great for the young kids to come in, current players and recruits, to see those guys that have gotten to the next level, or see those guys that are at the position that they want to be at.
Sure.
Kind of pick their brain a little bit while they're here competing. Even the guys that aren't competing, pick their brain a little bit as well. Just to kind of use that to better their games to the next level. So I love seeing old players come back.
And hope it's a level of recruiting.
And kind of pay it forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So last year we did this event, awesome event. Is that Armstrong right there?
That is.
Oh, that's Coach Arms. That's the man.
That's the ball of energy himself.
That is the man right there. You think we can get him to?
You might be able to get him to come over. I don't know.
Do you think? Oh, that would be an absolute treat, man.
He's full of energy. I know that.
I know. So last year Billy was walking around more so than I see him now. Do you a reason why you think, or?
He might just honestly might be with some current recruits or current players or current commits doing stuff right now. This is a month earlier than it was last year.
What? Yes.
So it was end of July last year, and you saw last year him walking around with guys like Andy Jean.
Yeah.
In the middle of the field.
Yep.
Obviously,
Marcus Stokes was here as well.
Marcus Stokes was here. Quite a few guys in the current class that they were recruiting, where this year it's pretty much just your commit, a couple of your commits, not really, because a lot of kids are taking official visits right now.
Got it.
Several of your targets are taking official visits, like Dre Hawkins is at Penn State right now. Jarrett Gibson's at Texas.
Okay.
So having it in June is kind of right in the heart of official visit season for these current guys. So I think that's why it's geared more towards the underclassmen. They can't take their official visits yet. So they're here to compete and show out in front of the coaches.
And so last year too, something to kind of note, the barbecue was right afterwards.
Yes.
The barbecue is still happening in July.
Correct.
Which we could probably see some big things happen.
Yes, exactly. And that's going to be more geared towards your 2024 kids. It's a more laid back environment. You give them the opportunity, instead of coming out and like saying, hey, the coaches are going to be really busy analyzing all these kids that are competing.
Sure.
They can put their undivided attention to the kids that are here, having their barbecue a little bit more laid back, hanging out at the pool, touring the facilities, stuff like that. More of an official visit vibe.
Sure.
Than telling kids to come in here, hey, by the way, we're going to be busy with kids that are at the camp because they deserve our attention.
Sure.
But we're still going to show you some love too.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming from, again, comparing it to last year, because this is obviously his second time going through it, it feels a lot more cleaner this time already.
Yeah. Not as many prospects. It's much more organized.
Yeah, it's a process.
Not that it wasn't organized.
No,
last
but it felt,
year,
look, it's like, you got to think about it. He comes in, he's trying to get his feet established, and I think
and
why he was
Florida
walking
Gator
around.
legends, Ernest Graham.
Miles Grant's dad.
Yes.
We had Miles on just on Wednesday, sir.
Oh, no.
He's the absolute legend, man. I appreciate it.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Good to see you,
They
bro.
were hooting and hollering, hoping to see you, have you going, man. We're live right now, so just
No, you're good.
No, you're good. I just want to let you know so you know what's going on.
Okay, my bad.
But yeah, your son's awesome, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
They're excited to have him, and
I appreciate it, man.
I know the fans are excited to have the legacy player too, man.
Dude,
So
this is an exciting time, man. It's, it's dream come true, the timing of it all, man. So, we're just stoked about the future.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We'll go Gators, man. Appreciate you.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Good to see
you're
you.
good, man.
Good to see you.
Thank you, man. Wow, can't make that up. That was pretty sweet.
He's awesome, man. I still will never forget the first time I interviewed Miles. One of the greatest moments of my writing career, if you can call it that. He took my article, posted it on his social media, was like, man, this is a great article about my son. Didn't even know who I was.
Really?
So I reached out to him. I was like, hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And he was awesome.
He seems like a great
And it was
family,
before Friday Night Lights last year.
Okay.
So when Miles came,
because he committed not shortly, but he said on our interview he was the first kind of trailblazer.
He was the first
to
member
get
of the
this class going. Yeah.
First member of the class. So he committed, and then they came in here. Miles made it a point to come over, say hello to me, and Ernest, of course, came over and said hi and said, hey, thank you for writing that. It was, man, I grew up watching Ernest Graham play, so.
That's really cool.
It was really a cool moment, but yeah, just a wonderful guy.
Good stuff, man. But look, I'm excited obviously one-on-ones are always the most.
Oh, it's the talk of everything.
It's
Absolutely.
so fun. We're going to be live
Everybody wants to
again
see
for
the
that as well
one-on-ones,
too,
yeah.
because this is more laid back. Again, they're going through the reps, but then the pads pop off and figuratively speaking.
The biggest thing with this is you can really kind of get a look at who the coaches are following around.
Okay.
So when you're watching these kids go through drills, or when you watch them walk through the door, if you see somebody like Billy Gonzalez follow this guy around,
Sure.
or Austin Armstrong follow this guy around,
Already got their eyes on.
that's kind of a dude. So one of the one that's already been in here is Vernell Brown's son, Vernell Brown III, or Trey Brown.
Okay.
As soon as he walked through the door, Billy Gonzalez was over there talking to him, and he's going to go through some drills tonight. He's actually straight ahead, number 18, with his back turned to us.
Okay, on the right here.
Yep, he's going through some warm-ups right now, so I'm excited to watch him compete tonight.
I love seeing how the guys just magnetized towards.
Yeah,
towards
and he's actually transferring to a school down in Orlando, so I'll get the opportunity to cover him a little bit this year. He's going to be playing for former Gator Elijah Williams at Jones High School.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to see him play this year as well.
Awesome.
But yeah, just always a good time coming out to events like this, man. Just getting to see these kids
You get to
compete.
buzz, man. You get to get that energy before the season starts. And
Absolutely.
even though, once it gets into the stadium is where it really, it's raining right now, but once it gets into the stadium, you get like a little bit of a spring vibe. I mean, it's almost honestly more exciting than the spring game at times, just because those kids are out there fighting like dogs, because they're showing out. They know it
They're
too.
competing for the eyes of Division I college coaches. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Marcus, he suited up last year for that, just because, again, it's a good time, man. It's a blast. So, no, I'm pumped, man. I appreciate you as always.
Always, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Connor, go get
Always
it,
a
baby.
pleasure. Yes,
if we go
sir.
live and you're by me, you obviously come by and say, hey, we'll keep the show rolling. But
Gotcha.
tell them where they can find you as always, man. So they can
social media, really just on Twitter, at Connor Clark. I write for SI with Zach Goodall, Brandon Carroll. Great group of guys. And then obviously coming on the podcast with this young man over here, showing you the toe tap in the end zone.
You saw that? I still got it.
With the boots on,
Still
which is very impressive.
Still got it.
But yeah, man, just always love coming on, chopping it up, talking Gators football. It's a passion of mine. So.
And they love it too. So it's always a pleasure, man.
Always, man.
Go Gators, dog.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. I'll take that. All right, boys. We got some more guests coming on.
Nicole's good friends, KJ, he goes to Atlantic High School.
Oh, KJ, okay. Okay, yeah, let's rock. Yeah. KJ?
Yeah.
KJ, Come on, boss. How are you doing, man? My name's Sheldon. Pleasure. Maybe we'll get you mic'd up here. So it's KJ, man. Tell them where you're from, what position you play, and you come right over here, man. And what you got going on today, man?
I'm from Daytona Beach. I play about everything on the field, and I really just came out here just to like test my talent and see where I'm at, like compared to other guys from different areas and stuff.
Okay, so you play all over the field. What's your kind of your go-to position though, if you had to choose? So if you're labeled like an athlete right now on 247, essentially, kind of just where you play, where do you feel more comfortable at?
I feel more comfortable on the defensive side of the ball, but I can also play like every position on offense.
Okay, and so you're a sophomore then?
Yes.
Okay.
Going into my junior year, yes.
Okay, and so have you gone through all of the practice and training and the jumps and the 40 already?
Yeah.
How did you do in the broad jump? Do you know what you did and the numbers you hit?
Yeah, I did pretty well. My broad jump, I don't remember like the exact numbers of them, of my broad jumps and 40 and vertical and all that, but I felt like I did good, but I could also do better.
Okay, fantastic, man. So what are you, you're coming here now for the training. Have you done any more camps this week, or is this the only camp that you've been at so far?
Yes, I'm going to the University of South Florida's camp on Sunday.
Okay. And what schools are you riding right now, kind of your top schools? Is Florida one of them, or you got a favorite school that you like?
I don't really have like a preference yet.
Wherever
yeah.
business calls, right?
Yes, sir.
I love hearing that, man. I talked to a lot of young kids like yourself, and everyone thinks like, oh, where's their home school? Nowadays, like you guys are playing so much, you don't have time to really have a school or a favorite college. It's just like, look, where am I going to fit the best? Where am I going to play the best? And who's going to want me the most?
Yes, sir.
Who's shown you? I mean, obviously, I know you guys with Cole, you guys have gone to certain visits. Where have you visited that you've loved so far outside of this one here today?
I would probably say Prairie View A&M because like it's a HBCU, but like they have like their facilities and everything. You wouldn't think it's a HBCU. They have like Power 5 facilities and everything.
Really? Okay.
And they also show like a lot of love. We went up there and visited them when we went to Texas for our 707, and they just showed a lot of love to the whole team. They were just like, they were very welcoming, and they were just like really, really good people.
It showed you a lot of love. That's good. So when you're on 7-on-7, what position do you play?
DB.
DB, okay. So that's kind of more so than, would you rather play wide receiver, or you just?
No, I don't really have like a preference, like specific
just,
position.
Whatever they put you to, you're coming for the call.
Yes, sir.
I love that. Are we going to see you on the one-on-ones tonight then?
Yes, sir.
Or so DB?
No, I'm not today. I'm going for running back today.
Running back today.
Yeah.
You really can do it all.
Yes,
What's your size and weight and all that, so they can tell?
5'11" and a half, 170 pounds.
Okay, I was gonna guess 5'11".
Yeah.
A little bit taller than me. So, I mean, you're right in that sweet spot, man, for DBs and running backs. Well, KJ, man, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Nice young man, and
Yes,
go Gators, man.
Yes,
Hopefully we'll see you in the field one day, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll take that, my boss. You're good, man. All right, man. Have fun out there. Yeah, let me get the chat, see how everybody's doing. Is it bumping? How we doing, guys? Go Gators. Hit the like button, absolutely. Look, guys, this is pretty cool, man. It's raining out here right now, as you guys can see. But huge shout out to KJ, Cole, and Connor Clark for hopping on today. I mean, hell of a time for them to come on here and do that. I really appreciate that. Give you guys some perspective too. I think it's really cool for if you've never been out to these events to get a good idea of what's really happening out here. Again, it looks like they're getting down to the nitty gritty here with everyone going through their practice reps and all that. And I'll kind of step away so you guys can see a little bit more, but I'll continue to narrate what's going on here. So it looks like, again, they're in their last little group of kids coming in. I'd imagine the rain probably slowed things down a little bit. Typically what happens after that is they'll huddle up in a group and kind of just hang out and go through the motions and whatnot. Again, Austin Armstrong's over there. If we were to get lucky enough to have him say, hey man, what's going on? Why are you recording on my field? And maybe get an interview, that'd be great. But we will see what happens. But good to see you guys here. Jeremy, you trying to get alumni on too? Look, I would love to. Javon Dexter is over there, but these guys are kind of here hanging out. They're chit-chatting. Ricky, if you want to show, there's a group of guys. Cameron Jackson's over there. Javon Dexter's over there. Again, I can't really see it's the crowd's getting bigger, so obviously more guys are coming in. Spoke with Billy Gonzalez earlier today, said, hey, how are you doing to him? Rob Sale's over there, he's been hanging out. Rob Sale isn't as popular as the other coaches. I'm a big fan, obviously just because O-line, that's my bread and butter here, boys. But look, man, it's, again, the vibe just feels a little more organized than last year. What I was talking with Connor Clark about last year was exciting. The buzz was insane. Obviously, there was a lot of push for recruiting. Connor said that's changed from this year, which is fine. I mean, I love that. I think, again, it's because Billy has got things more established. It's not as needed before. But last year, look, that was kind of a raft that he threw out of like, hey, I got to get something. I've got to figure something out. How can I do this? Well, we're in a comfortable position coming into this Friday Night Lights, which is something that I said we needed to have done, is how can we be more comfortable this Friday Night Lights? How can we make sure that things are locked in and established? And look, we're a number 3 class for a reason. So this class can be more focused on the future, which is what Connor was talking about. So I love that. I love hearing that as well. Super chat, $10 from Devil Dog. What's up, man? Appreciate your support, big dog. Go Gators. Thanks, Sheldon, for doing this. Get Armstrong on here. That would be great. Mark Hawks over there is 2 guys. Like, I think if I push the envelope, I could probably make it work. I don't want to, overstep either. That's kind of what it's a fine line, boys. It's a fine line of not over pushing the boundaries. I think that's Coach Raymond as well. All 3 of them over there just hanging out. Rick, do you mind showing them the visor, Mark Hawk, and the beard there? That's the squad right there, boys. All hanging out and chit-chatting. Typically, look, they don't like to do interviews. They're here to work, right? This is their place of business. They're evaluating talent, going through things, talking through certain players. So I can't be upset if they wouldn't want to. MJ Gator, remember for 9 months. Hell yeah, man. Love that, baby. Recruit them kids, man. Look, I would love to, man. Over here, obviously, chit-chat and have them on the show would be a good time. And look, I haven't seen Billy yet. And this is something I was talking to Connor Clark about last year, where Billy was walking around. He was just kind of open to the public. Also, keep in mind, too, that was his first year. The star power, in a sense, behind Billy wasn't as elevated as it is now, right? Like, before it's his first year, you probably would recognize him but not recognize him. Billy walks in now, you're going to recognize him. He's got to have a little more pop to his step, a little more hop to his step, right? And I think he knows that. And he's probably recruiting, like Connor said, some of the guys that, he's looking to have and looking to get dialed in and kind of complete this class. We were talking on Wednesday night show. We got about 9 left, so we'll see how that plays out. Wait till later. Yeah, guys, we'll be going live later tonight. So again, turn the bell on if you're not subscribed. Turn the bell on so you know when we do go live. Obviously, we post it to all of our platforms, our Discord, if you remember, Twitter, as well as the Facebook pages as well. If you guys, that's how you find us. So we will be going live. It'll be a different thumbnail, so keep your eyes out for that. That'll probably, hopefully the rain stops. It's Florida. I imagine that it will. But look, we're not shutting down anytime soon. You guys are having a good time in the chat. I'm having a good time. If you have any questions, let me know. I got my chat here with me. So just holler and say hey. I think our odds of getting somebody on here are better if we stay live. So I gave Austin the wave. We'll see if we can get him on here. Q Lee says, I respect your YouTube grind, hustle, and passion.